Jake Mathern and Hunter Phillips. Starting for the Oak Ridge Wildcats, they'll come out with Kel Slater, Jonathan Stewart, Isaiah Johnson, Jonathan Milloway, and Jeremy Miller.
And we're about to get underway here. The winner of this game obviously goes to the state tournament. One thing that's kind of shocking, and Mark and I were talking about this, although there is a nice crowd on hand here, in the 90s, this place would have been totally full. It is not full.
No, it's not. There's hardly anybody in the upper section behind us, and maybe only 20% full in the upper deck of the other side. So we've seen much bigger crowds here, David. So as you said, just kind of not what we're expecting crowd-wise.
I didn't hear a word you said. The PA announcer is very loud. It is a beautiful facility. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. It's very similar to a Carnes, but it's much, much nicer than the two-sided stadium gyms that we're used to going to.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed is the reserve seats or the home section seats have backs on their seats, so it's not just bleachers like it is at Carnes. But nice seats here, individual seats, kind of like what you'd find in Thompson Bowling Arena.
I'm going to tell everybody once again that sometimes in this gym in particular, we do not have a great cell signal or a good signal to get the ball game out. If it drops, bear with us. We'll get it on. Wildcats wearing their all gray jerseys, wearing their white trim and cardinal, while the Hilltoppers are wearing their garnet and white. And we're about to get set here from Johnson City, Science Hill. Milloway to jump for the Wildcats. To jump for them is Phillips, and we're about to have basketball for you. Ball control by Oak Ridge. With the basketball will come Jonathan Stewart. The official took a tumble, but we're underway. Wildcats starting Kel Slater here tonight as the Wildcats work the ball left side. Milloway thought about a three, drives left, gives it in Miller. Jeremy Miller drives in, pulls up, takes an 8-footer, no good. Had a good look at it, just wouldn't go. The rebound pulled away by the Hilltoppers. Hunter Phillips comes down the floor. They lob it down to the right wing. They're going to drive in. Blocked shot by Milloway out of bounds. Wildcats had a pretty good look. I actually even thought that Jonathan Milloway might be able to even drive in there and get a layup as the Hilltoppers prepare to work the ball in. Just underway, 0-0 our score. Hilltopper basketball. They work it into Phillips, guarded by Jonathan Stewart. They work the ball around to the top of the circle. 7:27 to play first quarter. With the basketball, Johnson City, Science Hill for three, good. Here we go again. Here come the Wildcats coming down the floor quickly. And then a foul, a reach-in foul, is going to be called against Griffin Ballard. Cannot leave three-point shooters open. We've said that the entire postseason. They knock one down.
Yeah, you can. And he was actually looking for a foul, too, as he kind of took a dive on the way back as the ball inbounded to Jeremy Miller.
Wildcat basketball. Kel Slater at the free throw line. Wants to shoot. Goes up for it. No good. Rebounded by the Hilltoppers. Here they come down the floor. Coast to coast layup. Blocked by Jonathan Stewart and a foul called. Wildcats tried to get the ball inside. It is loud in here. It might not be full, Mark, but it is loud for sure as Jonathan picks up the personal foul. 3-0 our score, Johnson City. 7:03 to play first quarter. Sub-state ball game here from Johnson City. Phillips to the free throw line. Shot is no good. Fouled in the act of shooting. He'll have another one. Hunter Phillips, 6'5", senior player for the Hilltoppers. They're moving left to right here as we play here in the first half. 3-0 Science Hill. Toss good. Bridge basketball, no pressure, and it comes to Isaiah Johnson. Johnson and the Wildcats coming down the floor. I talked to the coaches before the ball game. They said transition is important. Wildcats have got to shoot it a little. Jonathan Stewart for three, way off the mark. No good. Rebounded by the Hilltoppers. Down the floor pass, deflected, layup. Good. 6-0, Johnson City. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. It is so loud in here. With the basketball, Isaiah Johnson works the ball to Kel Slater, takes it off the glass. Good. Kel scores the first 2 points. Actually, Isaiah Johnson scores the first 2 points. My apologies. And it's 6-2. Isaiah was allowed to just drive on in there. Wildcats putting a little pressure in the rear court. Here they come down the floor. Johnson City, Science Hill with the basketball. They work the ball inside. Nearly a walk. Saved on the floor by Cutlip. Cutlip works the ball top of the circle. Over it goes on the right side. They work the ball to the corner. Now they penetrate in, wanting to shoot. What's the call? Travel. Travel against Johnson City, and Oak Ridge will get it on the Hilltopper turnover. 6:09 to play, first quarter. 6-2 our score. The Wildcats with the basketball. Very little pressure coming down the floor. It is 900 degrees in here, Mark. Down the floor with it will come Oak Ridge. Isaiah Johnson with it. Top of the circle. Works the ball to Miller. Around it goes. They look to Milloway. Milloway on the block. Goes to shoot and scores. Jonathan Milloway off the glass, and it's 6-4. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. Moving left to right with the basketball. Here it goes to Jordan McLeod. He works the ball to the midcourt line. 6-4. Hilltopper basketball. They're going to drive in. Layup. No good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Jonathan Stewart with the basketball to Isaiah Johnson. Picks it up. Goes and throws the ball away. Isaiah tried to get it into a wide open Jeremy Miller. He catches that clean layup, maybe even a dunk. Pass had a lot behind it, and it's a turnover. Down the floor with the basketball will come Science Hill. It is so loud in here. The Hilltoppers have their band here in a big student section. Luckily, they're out of our view, but they're still very, very noisy. 6-4 Johnson City. 5.5 minutes to play. Hilltopper basketball. They'll work the ball left side. Out it goes to McLeod. McLeod cannot shoot. They set it for a three. Clang off the iron. No good. Got a rebound. They've got the basketball. Around the baseline it goes once again. They'll back it up. 5:17 to play. First quarter, 6-4, Hilltoppers. They drive the baseline. Good defense, Kel Slater, and they drop one in along the baseline. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Wildcats wanting to run. Isaiah Johnson, strong to the hole. He's stripped and fouled by the Hilltoppers. Wildcats getting it and going with it. That's what Coach Green told me they needed to do. 8-4, Science Hill. 5:02 to play. First quarter, second foul called against Johnson City. This one goes against the coach's son, Keenan Cutlip, 6'2 sophomore. They're going to say what? They're going to say it is a shooting violation, so Isaiah Johnson is going to get two shots. Hilltoppers on top, 8-4, 5:02 to play. Broadcasting from a strange location just to get a signal out of this gym. Isaiah to the free throw line, yet to attempt a shot. Good. Isaiah Johnson knocks it down. It's a three-point game. 8-5 our score, 5:02 to play. I wonder if they got it deliberately this hot on purpose. And it is roasting hot up here. Isaiah's second free throw, good. 2-point Hilltopper lead. 8-6 to score. Here comes Johnson City. Jordan McLeod with the basketball. About to be trapped up high. Is in a lot of trouble. Fires it down the way. Wide open. Millway commits a foul, but they missed the shot. Wildcats have got to stay on their man. Coach Green is telling Jeremy Miller exactly where he needs to be as the Hilltoppers go to the free throw line. About to have 5 new players come into the ball game for Johnson City. That's what Coach Cutlip does as the Hilltoppers lead by 2, 8-6. Toss, no good. Both teams have got to be a little bit nervous just playing in front of this loud crowd as they bring in 4 new starters into the ballgame. 8-6 our score, the Wildcats, trailing by 2. 4:52 to play first quarter here on prepradio.com. He missed them both. Rebound, Johnson City. The Wildcats couldn't get the rebound. Wildcats with position. He missed both shots, and still they got the rebound and the putback. Coach Green told me they had the rebound or they wouldn't win. Isaiah for 3. No good. Rebound, Jeremy Miller. Tried to save it, saved by the Hilltoppers. They lead by 4. Wildcats, Coach Green told me they've got a rebound or they won't win. They're going to drive in, thought about shooting. They'll drive with the big guy in, a little hook shot, no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Kel Slater coming down the floor. Kel going coast to coast with it, all the way to the hole. He scores! Kel Slater off the glass, and it's a 2-point game. And Coach Cutlip calls, nope, not a timeout. It's an official's timeout. Might be a warning. Not exactly sure. Might be a warning. But he came over to the scores table. It's a 2-point game. Delay of game is the call against the Wildcats. I guess the Wildcats, after they made the shot, they tossed it away. 4:15 to play. 2-point Hilltopper lead. 4 minutes into the ball game. Science Hill basketball running in it comes to Ballard. Griffin Ballard works the ball across the midcourt line, about to be stripped of the ball. Going to work the ball to the top of the key, stops, no place to go. The Wildcats have got to pick up their defensive assignments. They work it out to the left, nearly a steal by Jonathan Stewart. 10-8 our score, the Wildcats trail by 2. Hilltopper basketball. Mazgoff works the ball top of the circle, around it goes to Ballard. 6-foot senior, holds the ball, good defense, they lob the ball inside, steal Oak Ridge. Preston Turner with it. Preston coast to coast, all the way to the hole, no good. Hard foul, blocking foul, called against Science Hill, and Preston Turner will go to the free throw line. Wildcats trail by 2, 10-8, 3:45 to play in the first quarter. The winner goes to the state basketball tournament. Preston Turner will go to the line, yet to score. Have an opportunity here with 2 shots. The lefty puts it up there, no good. Rushed it just a bit. Junior will have another shot. 3:45 to play first quarter in a 2-point game. Wildcats trailing it 10-8. Wildcats, I think this is a team that Oak Ridge can play with, Mark.
I agree with you, David. I mean, I think with Oak Ridge's speed, they can really take advantage of it because I don't think Science Hill gets back very well.
He missed them both, and the rebound comes to Science Hill. Hilltopper basketball. They work the ball down the floor. They're going to drive in, get a shot off, blocked. They say it was last touched by Jeremy Miller, and he might have been standing on the baseline. It'll be Science Hill basketball underneath the goal. 2-point game, 3:35 to play. First quarter, Hilltoppers in the lead. Johnson City to work the ball in. Yet to do it. They fire it in. Pass intercepted by Oak Ridge. Isaiah Johnson with the basketball. Isaiah, coast to coast, off the glass, blocked. It's got to be goaltending. Count that bucket. It should be a 2-pointer, and we're tied at 10. 3:29 to play first quarter. The Wildcats have tied it up at 10 points.
Isaiah Johnson now with six of our 10 points, so what a great game the lone senior is having for the Wildcats.
3:29 to play first quarter. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. The basketball, Griffin Ballard. Mid in the rear court, stops, picks up his dribble, lobs it across the midcourt line. They work the ball in. They're going to drive in. Millaway nearly blocks the shot. The Wildcats have the rebound. Jeremy Miller with it. Jeremy going coast to coast with it. He pulls up, right extension to the free throw line, short on the rebound attempt. I think Preston Turner is going to be called with a personal foul. Wildcats, they've got to get Jeremy Miller going on offense, Mark Haste, as the Wildcats are tied at 10. Pulled up at the right extension of the free throw line. Usually pretty money shot for Jeremy, and hopefully those will start falling for the junior. 3:10 to play here first quarter. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. Moving left to right, their point guard brings the ball to the midcourt line. Isaiah Johnson guarding him. Wants to take him one-on-one. Does. Pulls up. Shoots. No good. Millaway on the rebound for the Wildcats to Preston Turner. The Wildcats wanting to run. Preston Turner down the floor. Waits for Jonathan. Brings the ball in. Takes it right side. Jonathan Stewart for 3 in the lead. No good. Wildcats got to get a rebound. They cannot. Pulled down by Phillips. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. 2:42 to play. First quarter, 10-10 our score. For the basketball will come Latham Shingledecker in the ballgame now for the Hilltoppers. 10-10 our score. Point guard drives, pass intercepted for a second by Isaiah. Free throw line jumper off the rim, no good. Over the back, you've got to call it. Should be an over the back call. Nope, they're going to call it, I think. Well, we'll see. I didn't see exactly the signal. It's going to go against whom? The Hilltoppers. It will be Oak Ridge's basketball. That'll be the second foul called against Keenan Cutlip, the coach's son. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 2:23 to play, first quarter, 10-10 our score. I don't know that we've been in a gym this loud this year.
We have not, David. I can tell you that right now because this is just really impressive how into this game the crowd is.
Here come the Wildcats down the floor with a chance to take their first lead. Isaiah Johnson hands it off to Kell around to Preston Turner. Preston on the right side gives it into Isaiah. Pulls up, free throw line jumper. Good! And the Wildcats have the lead. He's got 8 of our 12. Oak Ridge on top, 12-10. Here come the Hilltoppers. Wildcats pressing. They work the ball inside. Free throw line. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Isaiah Johnson picks the pocket of number 12. He drives to the hole. Gives it inside to Jonathan Stewart on the baseline. Wildcats to Kell Slater. Kell. Preston pre-walks for the basketball. Preston turns the ball over on a travel. I think initially he wanted to shoot the ball and then saw a wide open lane to the goal, and they will take the Wildcats. Isaiah Johnson out. Lucas Searcy's going to check back in. Minute 48 to play. 12-10. The Wildcats in the lead. With the basketball once again. Here they come down the floor. With the basketball once again will come the Hilltoppers setting up their dribble. They work the ball inside. Free throw line. Stopping. Wanting to shoot. No place to go but back for 3. Good. 3-point shot. Down the floor with the basketball once again. Here they come down the floor. Oak Ridge trails by 1. Oak Ridge basketball. Kell Slater with the basketball. Backs it up. Jeremy Miller. Got to get the ball inside to Millaway. Jeremy's going to take it inside to Jonathan. Jonathan, one dribble, one shot. Good! And he's fouled. Great play, Jeremy Miller. He could have taken that shot. He saw his buddy come free, and he'll go to the free throw line. Jonathan Millaway will take one shot. 14-13 our score. The Wildcats retake the lead by 1. Winner goes to the state tournament. Lucas Searcy into the ball game now for the Wildcats. Out will go Preston Turner. Minute 12 to play, first quarter. 14-13. The Wildcats in the lead. As I said to some of these people, we were going to lose signal tonight. Be prepared for that. It is probably the worst internet of any place we ever go. So be prepared for the signal to come in and out. Free throw, good. Jonathan knocks it down, and Oak Ridge has a 2-point lead again. 15-13 the score, a minute 12 to play, first quarter action here from Johnson City, Science Hill. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. The Wildcats pressing a little bit in the rear court, trapping a little bit. They'll get the ball, try to get the ball across the line. They've yet to do it. 10 seconds starting to tick down, and they're going to finally get it across the line. They'll work outside the three-point stripe. Wildcats in the lead by 2, 15-13. Should be 5 seconds. It's a blocking foul against Oak Ridge's Jonathan Stewart, and Jonathan picks up his second foul. 55.8 seconds to play, first quarter. 15-13, Oak Ridge in the lead. The Hilltoppers will work the ball in from the front of the Oak Ridge bench. Science Hill ball. They work it in. They dribble. Good defense, Oak Ridge. Wildcats try to keep them hemmed in. They'll work it around to the left side. They've got another three wide open. Good. Three-point shot. Griffin Ballard. The Wildcats trail by 1. So it's another three knocked down by the opponents as Kell goes to the hole. Missed it badly. Rebounded by the Hilltoppers. Why is it that we cannot guard three-point shooters, Mark?
I don't know, but that's the individual number 24 for them, Griffin Ballard. He has 3. He has all 3 of their three-pointers.
Time to guard him. 22 seconds to play. 16-15 the score. Hilltoppers in the lead. They'll play for the final shot, I think. Here he is wide open again. He won't take the shot. The Wildcats come up a little bit more aggressively on him. They work the ball to the left corner. He shoots another 3. This one's no good. Milloway's got the rebound. 7 seconds to Jeremy Miller. 5 seconds. Jeremy Miller turns, spins, drives, shoots, scores as the first quarter comes to a close. We've played 1 quarter basketball here in the sub-state. Oak Ridge leads Science Hill 17-16. We'll be back in 60 seconds. David Clary back here along with Mark Hayes, Lee Wexler, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Brian Bennett, the Wildcats. Early lead, 17-16. Winner plays for the state, goes to the state tournament as the Hilltoppers get the ball first as we start play here in the second quarter. With the basketball will come Johnson City. They'll work the ball right side, backdoor play. Shot blocked by Milloway. Taken away by Oak Ridge. Here come the Wildcats. Kell, Isaiah, left-handed, off the glass, good! Isaiah Johnson and the Wildcats use their quickness, and Oak Ridge leads, they say, on the scoreboard 19-16, and a foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. 19-16, the Wildcats by 3. 7:38 to play. Second foul called against Isaiah. Cannot get Isaiah Johnson in foul trouble. It'll be the Hilltoppers with the basketball, side court. It'll be Red with the basketball. 19-16 Wildcats. Here comes Johnson City. Moving left to right, wearing predominantly white jerseys with garnet and black. They'll drive to the hole, kick it off inside for a shot. Good. Wildcats have got to get their hands up, but the Wildcats are going to outrun them to the goal. Here comes Isaiah. Coast to coast, didn't have the numbers. Backs it up to Milloway. Milloway got shoved and fouled. Personal foul is going to go against number 33, Jake Mahern. That'll be his second personal foul. They tried to lob it into Jonathan. He got a shove, a hard shove in the back. Oak Ridge by 1. 19-18 the score. 7:18 to play second quarter. Wildcats working in Jeremy Miller. Jeremy Miller off the glass. Good. Miller scores for the Wildcats. Here comes Science Hill down the floor. Topper basketball, and they throw it to Kingsport. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 7:09 to play in the first half. 21-18, the Wildcats in the lead. Wildcat basketball. It'll be Jeremy Miller to work the ball in. The Wildcats wearing their all-gray jerseys with white and cardinal. Here comes Oak Ridge's Isaiah Johnson down the floor. 21-18, Oak Ridge in the lead. With the basketball, Isaiah Johnson stops, gives it over to Miller. Round it goes to Milloway. Milloway turning, spinning, wants to shoot. He does. He's fouled. Another foul against those toppers. It'll be going against Phillips. It'll be Hunter Phillips's second foul. The 6'5 senior will send Jonathan Milloway to the free throw line with 2 shots upcoming. 21-18, Oak Ridge in the lead. 6:55 to play. Big John has 5. Big John has 6. 22-18, Oak Ridge by 4. To the free throw line, Jonathan Milloway, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He'll have another one here. Wildcats playing with Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Stewart, Kel Slater, Isaiah Johnson, Jonathan Milloway. 6:55 to play first half. The big guy knocks it down. 23-18, Oak Ridge by 5. Hilltopper basketball. Science Hill in the rear court. Trying to get the ball across the line. Then a reach-in foul is going to be called against Kell. That'll be his first foul. Team foul number 6 called against Oak Ridge. It'll be Johnson City basketball side mid-court. 6:50 to play. Second quarter, 23-18 the score. Hilltopper basketball. They'll have Amari Red to work the ball in right in front of their bench. Wildcats trying to guard man-to-man here. Here come the Toppers. Oak Ridge 23, Johnson City 18. They've got the basketball. They stop, top of the key, and they give it off. They'll drive in, pull up, go inside along the baseline. Shot is on its way. Good. Wildcats with the basketball. Here they come to Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan's going coast to coast with it. Falls down. Needs help. Stripped to the ball. Science Hill steals it. Jonathan lost his footing and turned the ball over. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. Wildcats needing a stop on defense here. Jonathan could have been an offensive foul. Just got going too fast there, Mark. As they work the ball down low, backdoor cut, intercepted by Miller. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Jeremy Miller is fouled. Foul called against the Hilltoppers, Caleb Mazoff, and that'll be his second personal foul. Team foul number 8 against the Toppers, and that'll send Jeremy Miller to the free throw line. We've had hardly any stoppage of play in this one. 23-20 Oak Ridge. 6:07 to play in the first half. Jeremy Miller to the free throw line. 4 in the game. 5 for the junior. Oak Ridge by 4. 24-20 the score. 6:07 to play in the second quarter. Jeremy Miller back to the charity stripe for the Wildcats. 24-20 Oak Ridge. Toss, no good. Rebound, Hilltoppers. Here comes the Science Hill Toppers down the floor, slowly walking the ball up the floor will come Keenan Cutlip, coach's son. Picked up by Preston Turner. Here's a steal, intercepted by Oak Ridge. Jonathan Stewart's got the basketball, about to be stripped of the ball. He goes into the hole, puts it up there, no good, but draws yet another foul. Hilltoppers run deep, Marquez, but they're picking up a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they are. That one on number 44. That'll be his third. 34. I'm sorry. That'll be his first. As Jonathan Stewart goes to the line. Jonathan Stewart yet to score in the ball game.
24-20 Wildcats. One in the bonus. Good. Next foul that Johnson City commits will be their 10th, so it'll be the double bonus. The officials are not from this area. Coach Cutliff substituting players in and out of the game. 25-20 Wildcats. 5:49 to play, second quarter. Jonathan Stewart, toss, good. Oak Ridge by 6, 26-20. Here comes Science Hill down the floor. We're at the Topper Palace, Johnson City, Science Hill, here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. A near steal again by the Wildcats, and then a kickball. I want to remind everybody that tonight's broadcast is made possible by the Weinberg Paper Archive Project. Alvin Weinberg was an internationally renowned scientist, director of the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, author of 8 books, major contributor to science, energy policy, and climate change. As the foul is going to be called against Isaiah, that's his second. It's going to send Science Hill to the line, 1 in the bonus. Good. Weinberg's papers were bequeathed to the Children's Museum of Oak Ridge, and the aim of the Weinberg Archive Project is to digitalize the enormous trove and make them available to the public. 26-21 the score. I'll finish it in a moment. 5:37 to play first half. Second toss. Good. To be a part of the effort, go to the Children's Museum of Oak Ridge website, childrenmuseumofoakridge.org. All donations for this nonprofit are tax deductible. 26-22, Oak Ridge by 4. Oak Ridge basketball. Isaiah Johnson to the hole. Good. Isaiah Johnson, I believe it was, goes in, scores his 12th point. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. All the way in for a shot. They score. Quickness on quickness. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Back up by 4. 28-24 the score. Isaiah Johnson with the basketball. Wildcat lead is 28-24. Isaiah shakes, bakes, pulls up, shoots. No good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Kell's got it. Throws the ball away. Intercepted Hilltoppers. They throw it all the way down the floor. Along the baseline, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, tip back up, no good. Rebound, Milloway. Wildcat basketball. Here they come. Kell Slater, Jeremy Miller. He dives, he dunks it, he dunks it. Here at Science Hill. Oak Ridge once again down the floor. The Hilltoppers drive. Blocked by Milloway, but he still gets it up there. Good. What a game we've got going on here as the Hilltoppers turn the ball over on the inbounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 30-26. What a game, Marquez.
Very exciting game, David. Just up and down. You know, crowd really into it. If you're at home, I'm sorry you're missing this one live because it's a great one, but we appreciate you listening.
4:32 to play second quarter. Oak Ridge basketball leading 30-26. Isaiah Johnson, Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Milloway, Jonathan Stewart in the ball game for the Wildcats. Isaiah Johnson dribbles, pulls up, drives, pulls, shoots, knocks it down. Isaiah on fire. 14 points, and Oak Ridge leads 32-26. Here comes Science Hill down the floor. 4:10 to play here. They work the ball down low. Oh, they've got an easy drive to the hole. Clang off the iron, no good. Rebounded, Kell Slater. Here come the Wildcats down the floor, up by 6. Kell turning, spinning, driving, goes inside. Another foul against those Hilltoppers. 3:56 to play second quarter. 10th foul. Double bonus in effect. 32-26 in Oak Ridge, and the sophomore Kell Slater will go to the free throw line. The Wildcats about to get Stafford Shanklin into the ball game. They've got to get Jonathan Milloway a blow. He has not been out of the game yet. Kell has 2. He'll have 2 shots. Kell Slater shoots. No good. And to knock down free throws in sub-state ball games. Sophomore will have another opportunity here. 32-26, Oak Ridge in the lead. 3 minutes, 56 seconds to play second quarter. Hilltoppers substituting out of the ball game. Their big guy, Jake Mathern, as Jonathan Milloway takes a seat too. 32-26 Wildcats. Here comes the lefty. Kell Slater shooting it. Missed them both. Preston missed his last 2. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. 32-26 to score. Mark, you got to hit your free throws.
You really do. As you said, David, in a sub-state game, you've got to have free throws.
Science Hill basketball. 3:42 to play. Second quarter. Their basketball. Looking to drive. There's a walk. Travel. Travel's going to be called against Jamar Livingston, 6'1 freshman. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats are going to substitute Stafford in the ball games. They've got their big guys out. We bring in another one of our big guys, Big Stafford. 3:36 to play second quarter. 32-26, the Wildcats in the lead. With the basketball will come Isaiah Johnson. Johnson brings the ball across the line to Jeremy Miller. Miller works the ball to Isaiah. Will he drive? Will he shoot? He gets it out to Preston Turner. Turner has a drive if he wants it. Jonathan has a 3 if he wants it. He does shoot. It's way off. And then on the rebound attempt, it goes out of bounds. Wildcats outside shooting, just not there. They got to get Jonathan involved because they're giving him some wide open look.
Yeah, they are. I mean, he's had 3 good looks. Unfortunately, David, he's missed all 3 of them from beyond the 3-point line.
Timeout is that? Nope, it's a 5-second call against Science Hill. Oak Ridge's defense would not allow them to get the ball inbounds. 3:15 to play, 6-point Oak Ridge lead. 32-26 to score, 3:15 to play in the second period. The Wildcats, Jonathan Stewart lobs it in, Jeremy Miller. He'll take his man to the hole. He'll turn, he'll spin, he shoots, no good, but he does draw the foul. Maybe a little less touch and a little bit more force, but Jeremy has a chance to score 2 here as the foul's called against Latham Shingledecker, 6'2 junior, and Jeremy's going to go to the free throw line. 3:11 to play, second quarter, 32-26 Wildcats. Jeremy Miller shoots, good. You can count on number 23 to hit free throws. I hope I didn't jinx him. He's got 8 in the ball game. Jeremy's pretty a dead-eye free throw shooter. 2 of 3 from the line, 33-26. Oak Ridge trying to make it an 8-point lead. 3:11 to play, second quarter. Jeremy shoots, good. Back down the floor will come the Hilltoppers. They'll get the ball in this time, and it comes to Griffin Ballard. Ballard will walk the ball across the line. Pass intercepted, Oak Ridge. Layup, and a 10-point lead. Oak Ridge by 10. 36-26. Isaiah Johnson, have yourself a ball game. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. 36-26 to score. And then there's a little bit too aggressive with Preston Turner. I think. Maybe on Isaiah. We're going to have to see who has called it. Oak Ridge leads 36-26. Oak Ridge's defense really causing the Toppers a lot of problems.
It really is. I mean, the speed that the Wildcats have, David, I think that's what you're talking about. It's hard to hear in here, but the speed that the Wildcats have, especially on the perimeter, is really causing problems, and Oak Ridge is able to get those turnovers and convert them into points.
Preston Turner does pick up his second foul. 36-26 Wildcats. Toppers to the line. Free throw. Good. Let's see who the man is fouled. I think that's number 24, Griffin Ballard, 6-foot senior player. 9-point Oak Ridge lead, 36-27. 2:52 to play here in the first half from Johnson City. Second toss. Way short. Rebound. Science Hill, though. And they'll set it up once again and drive the baseline. Reverse layup. No good. They get the rebound again, but then Oak Ridge steals it. Kel Slater, coast to coast. Kel, Jeremy Miller, he's fouled. Personal foul against Science Hill. 36-27 the score. The foul will go against Jordan McLeod, 5'11 senior, his second. Double bonus in effect. Jeremy Miller to the free throw line. 36-27 Oak Ridge. Jeremy Miller, junior Wildcat, goes to the line. First toss up. This one's short. Didn't have enough oomph on it. Hit the front end of the rim. But he'll have another one here. 2:38 to play. Second quarter, Oak Ridge by 9. 36-27. The winner goes to the state tournament, which begins on March the 18th. Jeremy Miller, free throw line. Shoots. Good. Back to a 10-point Wildcat lead. 37-27 the score, 2:35 to play. Here come the Hilltoppers. They break the press. They drive. They go inside. They shoot. He might have walked, or is it a foul against Kell? It is going to be a foul against Kell, his second. Both teams getting into foul trouble. They're a little deeper than are the Wildcats. As Kell picks up his second, the Hilltoppers go to the free throw line. 37-27 Oak Ridge. 2.5 minutes to play second quarter. First of 2. No good. That Topper will go back to the free throw line. Trying to top that last one. 37-27. Line drive, good. 9-point Wildcat lead, Oak Ridge ball. 2.5 minutes to play, second period. Here comes Oak Ridge. They break the press. Preston Turner, layup. Here it is. He scores! Preston Turner, their press like a sieve. The Wildcats went through it. 39-28 the score. 2:15 to play. They'll drive in. There's a walk. It's a jump ball. Alternate possession to the Cardinal and Gray. 2:12 to play, second quarter. Oak Ridge basketball leading 39-28. It'll be Jeremy Miller to work the ball in for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge up by 11, trying to extend that lead here. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Jeremy Miller to Preston Turner. dribbles, drives, no place to go. Gives it into Kell. Kell splits the defense. There's Jeremy Miller. A big three. It's good! 3-point bomb. A 10-bank of Oak Ridge three. And a 15-point lead on the Toppers. 42-28 the score. Johnson City with the basketball. McLeod drives, throws up a prayer. It's answered. Wildcat basketball. A minute 40 to play. 42-30 Oak Ridge by 12 with the basketball. Kell Slater in the rear court. Fires it over to Lucas Searcy in the ballgame. Searcy throws the ball away. Can't go across the defense like that. Layup. Charge! Call it. He did! Charge! Set up by the sophomore, Kell Slater. And the Wildcats get it. And they're arguing. They better watch it or they'll be teed up here in Johnson City. The Wildcats up by 12. 42-30 the score. Oak Ridge basketball. Great defensive play, Oak Ridge.
One thing I noticed there, Dave, was Jeremy Miller, good sportsmanship, offered his hand out to help the guy up. The guy would not take it.
Jeremy Miller, Lucas Searcy stops. He looks a little uncomfortable, but he goes into Milloway for the layup. Good! Lucas Searcy with the assist. Get the bucket to Milloway. 14-point Wildcat lead. A minute 11 to play, second quarter. Here come the Toppers down the floor. 44-30 the score. Johnson City dribbles, drives, reach and foul. Oak Ridge. Preston going to foul out of the game in the first half if he doesn't watch it. Third foul on Preston Turner. 14-point Wildcat lead. 44-30 the score. Johnson City, Science Hill to the free throw line. Both teams on the double bonus. 44-30 Oak Ridge. Wildcats led by one after one quarter. Up by 14 now. A minute 3 to play. Science Hill basketball. 9 points for this young man. First toss.
24.
Good. Shot made by Griffin Ballard. Back to the free throw line he goes. Minute 3 to play, second period. Griffin Ballard. Free throw, good. Oak Ridge ball, no pressure. Wildcats up by 12 with the ball. A minute exactly to play. Jeremy Miller. Preston Turner and a charge called against Jeremy Miller. Just ran flat over his man. They brought up two guys to stop him at the midcourt line, and his momentum carried him over the top for his first personal foul. Got to hold the Toppers right here. Want to keep the lead at double digits, I think. 57 seconds to play. Science Hill basketball. 44-32 the score. The Wildcat lead is 12. Johnson City with the basketball. In it comes to Ballard. Picked up by Preston Turner. He'll drive past Preston to the free throw line. He looks to his left. They kick it out for a three. It's up, no good. Who's got it? Jonathan Milloway of the Wildcats to Preston Turner. Preston dribbles, drives, waits, gives it off to Lucas. Lucas Searcy to the hole. It's up and it's no good. Lucas will shoot free throws. Lucas Searcy. Valuable minutes for the Wildcats here in the first half. And the sophomore will go to the free throw line. He had 2 points the other night against Marable. We'll have two shots here. 44-32 Oak Ridge. 37.2 seconds to play. Lucas shoots. No good. The young guys are struggling at the free throw line, Mark.
Yeah, it's a big game for those guys. I mean, they're not used to playing in front of a hostile crowd like this. This is by far the most hostile crowd the Wildcats have played in front of this season.
Second toss, Lucas, no good. Rebound to the Hilltoppers. Here they come, setting it outside the three-point stripe. 33 seconds to play. First half, 44-32. They drive, they shoot at the free throw line. It's good. Made good by Jake Mahern. Got to hit your free throws. Wildcats missed, I think, 6 of them, at least in this game. 17 seconds to play. Kell Slater, Oak Ridge by 10. Wildcats playing for the final shot, leading 44-34. Wildcats. Kell Slater. Kell dribbling. There's Lucas. Lucas drives. Kicks it out. Jeremy Miller. He turns. He spins. He shoots at the buzzer. No good as the first half comes to a close. Really good first half of basketball. If you're an Oak Ridge fan, the Wildcats lead it.
I've got the Hilltoppers with 14 and the Wildcats with 11, so not too far off. But, you know, as we were talking off air, David, they go a lot deeper than we do. We only had, I think, 8 players play in the first half. We only went 3 deep on our bench.
Hilltopper basketball is the third quarter in the second half about to get underway. Science Hill ball down by 10. 44-34 the score. We're underway. The basketball come the Toppers. The Wildcats come out with Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Milloway, along with Isaiah Johnson, Kel Slater, Jonathan Stewart. Hilltopper basketball. They look inside. They kick the ball around the corner, trying to shoot a three if they want. They knock some threes down early with number 24, Phillips with the basketball. Guarded by Oak Ridge's Jeremy Miller. Wildcats working hard on defense right now. We've played about 30 seconds. Hilltoppers being a little bit more patient on offense.
They're slowing down the game, David. They're trying to, take more time off the clock and make Oak Ridge uncomfortable. Just shot up, no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge.
Milloway's got the ball, looks for a guard, gives it into Isaiah Johnson. 44-34 Oak Ridge. With the basketball will come Isaiah. Shakes, bakes, takes it to the hole. Shot, good! Isaiah Johnson wants to go to the state tournament. He has 18 points. Oak Ridge by 12. 46-34 the score. Here come the Hilltoppers across the way. They have an opportunity for a three. They shoot it. It's on its way. It's no good. Who's got it? Milloway. Milloway for the Wildcats. Wildcats crashing the boards. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. They throw the ball away. Isaiah tried to make a full court pass. Didn't get it. Three-pointer, no good. Jeremy Miller on the rebound. Oak Ridge has an opportunity for a layup. Isaiah, coast to coast. He's fouled. Puts up, no good. Draws the foul, and Isaiah Johnson will have two shots. Wildcat lead is 12. 46-34 the score. The winner goes to the state basketball tournament. 6:37 to play third quarter. Isaiah Johnson, our only senior on the team, man, he wants to go to the state tournament, Mark.
Yeah, he does, and as Coach Green said, he really wants to get him there. I mean, he said that he had a lot of love for Isaiah Johnson's first free throw up, no good, but he wants to see this team give that send-off to Isaiah Johnson this year.
Missed the first one. Wildcats have struggled at the line. Hopefully that won't come back to bite them. Isaiah's second toss, good. Oak Ridge leads by 13, 47-34 the score. 6.5 minutes to play here in the third period. Topper basketball now moving right to left, wearing their all-white jerseys with garnet and black. Hilltopper ball, 6:29 to play. They look down low. They got a mismatch inside. Here comes the shot. He missed it. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Kel Slater. Jonathan Stewart. He drives to the hole. He scores! Jonathan Stewart makes it a 15-point Wildcat lead. 49-34 the score. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. 6:09 to play third quarter. Johnson City, Science Hill with the basketball. McLeod works the ball. Free throw line jumper. Clang off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Isaiah Johnson, and he's fouled deliberately by the coach's son, Keenan Cutlip. 6'2", frustration foul by that sophomore, picks up his third foul. 15-point Wildcat lead. 5 minutes, 58 seconds to play third quarter. 49-34, Oak Ridge by 15. With the basketball, the Wildcats. Isaiah Johnson. Wildcats slow it down to Jeremy Miller. Aranda goes to Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan drives to the hole, off the glass, no good. Missed it. Down the floor, Science Hill. Here come the Hilltoppers. Oak Ridge by 15, Science Hill basketball. 5:38 to play, third quarter. 49-34 the score. Nearly a steal by Oak Ridge's Isaiah. They shoot a three. It's good. 3-point shot, Griffin Ballard, and a timeout is asked for. Oak Ridge's lead is 12. We'll take it with them. 5:27 to play third quarter. 49-37 Wildcats. Back to Johnson City, Science Hill High School in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Science Hill High School. Oak Ridge in the lead, 49-37. Playing some really good basketball here on the road in this sub-state. The Wildcats 3-7 all-time in sub-state ball games on the road. They're 10-1 at home, so that's the importance of winning that region championship. But the Wildcats So far, playing pretty well with the basketball. Oak Ridge, Isaiah Johnson, top of the circle, 12-point Oak Ridge lead. Jonathan Stewart with the basketball, top of the circle to Isaiah. Isaiah harassed, works the ball to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy gets a screen from Jonathan Milloway. Three-footer is no good. Rebound back to Jeremy. He's got a three. He shoots it. No good. Missed shot. A little impatient that time, and as the Hilltoppers come down the floor, their shot is good. 10-point game. Wildcat basketball. Wildcats, a little impatient that trip down the floor as the Wildcats bring it down, leading by 10. Got to get some points here. Travel call against Isaiah Johnson, and the crowd is back into it here. Wildcats need to stop on defense. Don't want to let Science Hill back in the ball game. They're back in it. It's only a 10-point game.
Yeah, I mean, we were just up by 15, so you're exactly right. We gotta get control here and limit our turnovers.
Here come the Hilltoppers with the basketball. They work the ball. Pass intercepted Oak Ridge. Jonathan Stewart should have a right-handed layup. Took it too nonchalantly. Just got it blocked. Didn't get fouled. Jonathan took his sweet time coming down the floor and would have had a layup. He should have had a layup. But as the Wildcats working in Jeremy Miller. Wildcats up by 10. Jeremy in trouble. Dribbles. He's fouled. Here he goes. He's held by everybody. Man, get away, Kel. Fisticuffs, getting close. Some pushing and shoving. These officials, Ranger County, need to kind of break it up just a bit. A lot of pushing and shoving, but the frustration is the Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers, I'm not going to say they play dirty, but when they foul, they foul.
Yeah, they let you know they're going to leave a mark when they foul. There's no doubt, David. I mean, that was a very harsh foul. They called it on one, but they could have called it on any of three players on that particular play.
Jeremy Miller will have two shots. Toss, short. Back to the free throw line he goes. Wildcat lead is 10. The Wildcats have done a terrible job at the free throw line. Jeremy Miller back to the line.
Jeremy is 4 of 7 from the free throw line tonight, David. At the end of the half, we were 11 of 19, so just over 50% from the line.
Second toss, good. Jeremy's pretty good usually. Oak Ridge by 11. Here come the Toppers down the floor. 4:20 to play, third quarter. Science Hill basketball all the way down the floor. They work it to the corner. They've got a three if they want it. Now it's almost a steal. Saved on the floor. They drive, they turn, they spin. Up, no good. Tip, no good. Again, no good. Pulled away by the Hilltoppers. Foul call, I believe, against Jonathan Milloway. We'll check the call. Second foul is against Jonathan. 4:05 to play third quarter. 50-39. Oak Ridge in the lead to the free throw line. The coach's son, Keenan Cutlip. His dad has been here 16 years as the head coach. He's got two, shooting two. Brick, no good. Back to the free throw line he goes. 50-39, the Wildcats in the lead. A lot of times they've missed free throws, gotten the rebound, and got a bucket. Wildcats have got to get the board here. Cutlip shoots. Good. 10-point Oak Ridge lead. About halfway through the third quarter, 50-40, the Wildcats in the lead. Wildcats got to do what they did to get the lead up in the first place. Oak Ridge led by 1 after one quarter, 10 at the half. Oak Ridge basketball. Jonathan Stewart, Milloway, turning, spinning. Jonathan shooting. Good! Count it! He's fouled! To the free throw line. Jonathan Milloway. Oak Ridge by 12. 52-40. 3:46 to play. Third quarter. Milloway with 11. We'll go to the free throw line. Once. Once is enough. It's good. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. 53-40 the score. Science Hill ball. They turn it over. Isaiah's got a layup. Good. They turn it over on the inbounds. And Oak Ridge leads by 15. 55-40. There's a travel. Defense ruling at Johnson City. Science Hill. The defense alive and well in Johnson City.
Yeah, now the turnovers they've flipped, David. Oak Ridge is able to take advantage of Science Hill in the turnovers. That was a walk call on Science Hill Hilltoppers. You can tell the frustration on the players right now.
55-40. Jeremy Miller layup good. 17-point lead. Oak Ridge. 57-40 the score. Science Hill in trouble. Here come the Hilltoppers down the floor. Coast to coast, layup. No good. Rebound, Milloway. Milloway's fouled. The Wildcats taking the fight to the Hilltoppers. The 32-3 Hilltoppers down 17, 57-40. Oak Ridge by 17. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Wildcats have beaten the Hilltoppers 8 straight times. 57-40 the score. 17-point Wildcat lead. Here's Isaiah Johnson. Down the floor with 3:14 to play in the third quarter. 17-point Wildcat lead. 57-40 the score. Kel Slater, Milloway throws the ball away. Got to limit the turnovers, as you've said.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good thought there. I mean, Milloway had good position, and Kel Slater just lobbed it in there. Unfortunately, Milloway was still gaining position and was not able to go after the ball.
Got to continue to play hard. 17-point Wildcat lead. 3 minutes to play. Third quarter with the basketball. Will come the Hilltoppers. Number 24. He dribbles to the free throw line. They kick it out for a three. It's no good. Who's got the rebound? Mr. Miller of the Wildcats. Jeremy brings the ball down the floor. 57-40 the score. Jeremy dribbles, drives, wanted to shoot, will not. Wildcats, Kel Slater to the hole. Oh, he throws the ball away. Should have taken the shot. Had a drive, should have taken the shot there, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah Johnson thought he was going to take the shot, so when he flipped it over to Isaiah just simply was not ready, coming on the baseline from the right side.
57-40 Wildcats. Here come the Hilltoppers. Science Hill, McLeod dribbling, no place to go. Oak Ridge is all over the floor defensively. They shoot a three, flying off the iron, no good. They've got the rebound, back up with it, no good, but a foul's going to be called against the Wildcats. 2:17 to play third quarter. 57-40. Oak Ridge in the lead. Live here from Johnson City, Tennessee. To the free throw line, number 12, Jordan McLeod. 5'11 senior. 57-40, a 17-point cushion. 10 points for McLeod. Clanging off the iron, no good. He'll have another one. 57-40 the score. Back to the free throw line will go the senior Topper. 57-40. Bounces the ball 3 times. Dribbles. Shoots a brick. No good. Rebound, Jeremy Miller, Oak Ridge. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Jeremy, coast to coast. Free throw line jumper. 19-point lead. Jeremy Miller knocks it down. 2 minutes to play and a foul called. No, it's Coach Cutlip calling a timeout. What? Great basketball. The Wildcats have been waiting all postseason for this, Mark Hayes.
Yeah, they really have, David. You know, the big key, as we said, 2 players I can think of right now for sure. Isaiah Johnson having one heck of a game. I've got him with 21 points, and Jeremy Miller finally showing up for us here in the postseason. Also, another good game by Jonathan Milloway. He has 12 points, but Milloway's working hard for the buckets that he's getting down there.
59-40 Oak Ridge. 2:03 to play. So much basketball. 10 minutes, 3 seconds left in somebody's season, Mark Hayes. The Wildcats up by 19 points. The winner goes to Murfreesboro and the TSSAA State Tournament, which begins on Wednesday, March the 17th. Long ways from victory here, though. A 19-point cushion. I remember, what was it, the William Blunt ball game with a big lead, lost it in the end. Other ball games, you got to continue to play with the same intensity. The good news is the Wildcats were a foul making machine in the first half. Only 2 fouls so far here in this third period.
Yeah, Oak Ridge only with 1 player with 3 fouls, and that's Preston Turner. And, I mean, he wasn't even a starter for the Wildcats. Now, he's in the game now, but only 1 individual with 3 fouls for the Wildcats.
59-40, Topper ball. With the basketball will come Griffin Ballard. He's knocked down some threes early in the ball game. On defense, the Wildcats playing a little zone here. They dribble, they drive, they shoot. No good. One thing, the Wildcats giving up the fouls, one thing that fortunately for Oak Ridge is the N1s are not N1s. As the foul's called against Oak Ridge's Preston Turner, that's his 4th. To the free throw line, Jordan McLeod, 5'11 senior, 59-40 Wildcats, 1:45 to play. Free throw good. Preston checks out. Kel Slater back in. Sophomore checks in. The Wildcats leading it 59-41, the winner of the state tournament. Minute 45 to play third quarter. Toss good. Wildcat basketball. Here they come down the floor. Isaiah Johnson walks the ball to the midcourt line. Attacks right. Gives it into Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan along the baseline to Kel Slater. Wildcats working time. 95 seconds to play third quarter. Here comes a trap on Kel. They're coming up on him. Slings the pass to Isaiah Johnson. Johnson splits the defense. Charge is called against Isaiah. Kind of a ridiculous call right there, but I screened a little bit. 17-point game, a minute 26 to play. I think for that last 90 seconds, the Wildcats should have kind of spread it out just a little bit. Let's see where they can get a stop on defense. Don't want to let them back in. Minute 21 to play third quarter. 59-42 Oak Ridge. There's an illegal screen. It's an illegal screen against the Hilltoppers. The Wildcats will get it on their turnover. That's a foul called against Hunter Phillips. He's the guy who's been fouling hard all night long. Hunter is a senior. He wants to go to the state tournament. He's mad. He's talking. He's talking to our players. He's talking to his players. 59-42, Oak Ridge in the lead. Oak Ridge basketball. Jonathan Stewart, a minute 8 to play. Kel is trapped in the right corner. Jeremy Miller, layup, no good. Tip back up, good. Milloway, count that bucket, and he's fouled. What an offensive tip back in by Jonathan Milloway. Jeremy missed a shot. Here comes the big man. Jonathan Milloway came in to clean up the mess, and Oak Ridge leads by 19. Biggest lead of the night. A minute 1 to play in the third quarter. Big John to the free throw line.
He has 14 points, 4 of 4, now 5 of 5 from the line. He converts on the three-point play. Wildcats on top by 20, 62-42.
In a sub-state ball game on the road at a 32-3 Hilltopper team. So much tradition in this program. The Wildcats have their own tradition. Up by 20. A trap is set. The Hilltoppers under a minute to play third quarter, down by 20. Here's a shot. No good again. That's what I'm saying. They've had so many opportunities to get an and one. Those buckets don't fall for them. 51 seconds to play, 20-point Oak Ridge lead. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think this is over. This is Johnson City, Science Hill we're playing. We're not playing, I'm not saying it. 62-42 the score. Free throws up, and it's good. 51 seconds to play, a 19-point advantage. The winner goes to the state basketball tournament. 62-43. Back to the line. Toppers. In and out, no good. Rebound, Big Milloway. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. They'll play for the final shot. Jonathan Stewart holds the ball, dribbles, around a screen, takes it to the left side, gives it off to Miller. 39 seconds to play. 62-43, 19-point lead. The Wildcats will get the ball first in the fourth quarter. Oak Ridge holding for the final shot. 5-second count is being counted off on Jeremy Miller to Kel Slater. He backs up with his dribble. He attacks the defense. He takes the hole, kicks it out to Stewart, around to Jeremy Miller. Wisely backing it up, working time. Down to 16 seconds to play. 62-43 Wildcats. 13 seconds to play. Third quarter, Coach Green calls a timeout. We'll take it with him. No, we'll bring Lee over here to run down this commercial.
Tonight's broadcast is made possible by the Weinberg Papers Archive Project. Alvin Weinberg was an internationally renowned scientist, director of the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, author of 8 books, major contributor to science and energy policy, and climate change. Weinberg's papers were bequeathed to the Children's Museum of Oak Ridge, and the aim of the Weinberg Archive Project is to digitize this enormous trove and make them available to the public. To be a part of this effort, go to the Children's Museum of Oak Ridge website, childrensmuseumofoakridge.org. All donations to this nonprofit are tax deductible.
Thanks a lot, Lee. 11 seconds to play third quarter. 19-point Oak Ridge lead. Wildcats will get the ball first in the fourth and final quarter. Jeremy Miller in the ball game. Jonathan Milloway. Jeremy dribbling. Jeremy driving. Jeremy shooting. Jeremy scoring for the Wildcats as the third quarter comes to a close. It's been all Oak Ridge, ladies and gentlemen. 64-43 Wildcats. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes of somebody's season in 60 seconds. move real quick. Oak Ridge basketball here, 7:55 to play in the ball game, 64-43 the score. Wildcat basketball, Jonathan Milloway with it to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy drives, stops, shoots, Jeremy Miller, no good, rebound. What's the call? Might call a foul against Jonathan, might call it against those Hilltoppers. I think it's going to go against Jonathan Stewart. It'll be Johnson City ball. 7:51 to play in the ball game. 64-43 the score. It is going to go against Jonathan Stewart. It'll be Hilltopper basketball. That's his third foul. Here come the Toppers down the floor. 64-43 the score. Johnson City still in the ball game. The Wildcats just need to work some time off. Got to get stops. No threes. Hilltopper ball. They dribble in. They drive. Turning. Spinning. Will he shoot? He does, but will he miss? He did. Jonathan Stewart has the basketball. He looks for help, gives it over to Kel Slater. Here come the Wildcats in the rear court. Kel's going to get it across the line. He's fouled. Frustration foul called against Jordan McLeod. It'll be Oak Ridge going to the free throw line. That'll be Jordan's fourth foul. 64-43, eighth team foul. It'll be Oak Ridge going to the free throw line with Kel Slater. Kel. Not yet. We'll go to the free throw line. 64-43 the score. Kel will go to the line here in a second. I'm trying to get rehooked back up here if you're watching on the cable. Here we go. 64-43. We apologize for the technical issue here. Kel Slater to the free throw line. Shot is good. Oak Ridge back up by 22 points. It's 65-43. Science Hill came into this game at 32-3. 65-43, 7 minutes, 26 seconds to play. Kel Slater to the free throw line. We apologize. We can't believe it lasted this long. Kel to the line, no good. Rebound to the Toppers, 65-43. Wildcats trying to beat Johnson City Science Hill for the 9th consecutive time. 65-43, Toppers. They work, they drive, they shoot, they score. Wildcat lead is 20. Down the floor, 7:09 to play. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Isaiah Johnson, Jeremy Miller, Kel Slater, Jonathan Milloway, Jonathan Stewart. Here's Jonathan in a Milloway. He turns, he spins, he drives, he shoots. The big junior scores. And Oak Ridge leads again by 22. 67-45 the score, and a reach-in foul is going to be called against Kel Slater. 6 minutes, 47 seconds to play. Lee Wexler, you have any scores of interest?
Thank you, David. Dobbins-Bennett ahead of Maryville, 55-53, minute 54 to go in the fourth. Cleveland defeats Siegel 81-66.
That's tough for Coach Birdwell, as Dobbins-Bennett's on top of Maryville. How in the world? 6:47 to play. Science Hill, free throw, good. 67-46, a 21-point Oak Ridge lead. 6:47 to play. kind of says, well, I'm not going to say it yet. I got a lot of basketball here. Griffin Ballard shoots. Griffin Ballard's a good player for them, Mark.
Yeah, he really is. He's got 17 points in the ball game. He's got 4 3-pointers.
Oak Ridge with the basketball, leading by 20, 67-47. A sub-state game and a 20-point lead. It's incredible, Mark.
Yeah, this is, I don't know if it's unprecedented or not, but it's not something that I'm used to seeing, David, as a quick foul on the Hilltoppers here.
This is a team that is 32-3 on the year. Oak Ridge by 20, 67-47, 6.5 minutes away from Murfreesboro and the state tournament. Jeremy Miller to the free throw line. That was the 9th team foul. Jeremy shoots, no good. That's one thing that's been bad for them. If there's anything they've done bad today, it's just shoot free throws. Everything else has been great. They shoot a 3 and they knock it down. That's why the game is not over until it's over. As the Hilltoppers that close the gap. 67-50. Isaiah Johnson. Kel Slater holds the ball. 6:12 to play. Kel to the hole. Good. What a drive by the sophomore. And Oak Ridge leads again by 19. 69-50 the score. Speed kills in Science Hill. Free throw, three line, no good. Jonathan Milloway on the board. The Wildcats have done what Coach Green said they had to do, and that is rebound. Jonathan Milloway has been a beast on the glass tonight.
He really has, David. Him and Miller have both worked on the boards very hard for the Wildcats. As a three-pointer taken by Jonathan Stewart. That's his first of the night. It goes in.
That's the nail in the coffin, ladies and gentlemen. 22-point lead. 72-50. They shoot a 3. Clang off the iron. No good. Here come the Wildcats again. A 3-on-1 break. Here's Kell to the hole. He's fouled. 2 free throws. You're not going to Murfreesboro, Johnson City. You're staying here, and your season's going to close out here on your home floor. 72-50 the score. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the basketball game. 22-point lead for your Oak Ridge Wildcats. Kel Slater will go to the free throw line. An intentional foul. He'll get 2. We'll get the ball. And the Wildcats are going to go to Murfreesboro, Marquez. I'm calling it right now.
You're going out on a limb, David. You're going out on a limb.
Kel Slater to the free throw line. Listen to the crowd. It has been so loud all night long. Kel, bang, knocks it down. Kel Slater. Hilltoppers bringing seniors in. They know their fate. 73-50, Oak Ridge by 23. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Here's the sophomore. No good. Wildcat basketball, though. 73-50. I can't believe that Maryville's losing to Dobbins-Bennett. Oh, Maryville's on top. I'd love to see both Oak Ridge and Maryville at the state tournament, because that's where we're going, ladies and gentlemen. In 5 minutes and 25 seconds, Oak Ridge basketball. Kel Slater again. Blocking foul. Kel's going to shoot again. Wildcats will go to the free throw line. 4 fouls on that topper. 5 minutes, 23 seconds. Wildcats already smiling, having a good time here in Johnson City. It was worth the trip. 73-50. Oak Ridge by 23 points as we broadcast here from Science Hill. The Wildcats trying to beat the Toppers for the 9th consecutive time. Coach Cutlip, he doesn't know how to beat Oak Ridge. No good. Rebound, undercut foul, 2-shot foul. And Isaiah took a nasty tumble. Coach Cutlip won his 500th ball game against Dobbins-Bennett in the championship ball game. But he's about to lose his 9th straight to Oak Ridge. Wildcats, for the second time in 5 years, are going to come to Johnson City and beat them in a sub-state. 73-50. Shot is good. Oak Ridge blowing out the Hilltoppers. 5:21 to play. Oak Ridge playing with Isaiah Johnson, Kel Slater, Jonathan Stewart. Who would have thought, Marquez, with the senior class that graduated a year ago, that the Wildcats would be headed to Murfreesboro in 5 minutes and 21 seconds?
Certainly not me, David. I really thought that with everybody that they lost last year, that they would not be able to go as far as they have. So just great job by Coach Green this year.
5 minutes, 15 seconds to play. Hilltoppers get a shot up. Good. Count it. And a foul's called. Isaiah Johnson picks up the foul. His 4th. Oak Ridge on top, 74-52. What a tradition they have in Johnson City. In the 90s, they were the most dominant basketball team, not only in East Tennessee, but across the state, winning 3 state championships between 1990 and 1995. Three-point play is good. Oak Ridge by 21. 5:11 to play. Double bonus. Anytime they foul us, it's 2 free throws for Oak Ridge. Here comes Isaiah down the floor. Shakes and bakes. Gives it over to Jeremy. He's trapped. And then a timeout is asked for by Coach Green. We're going to take it with him. 74-53 our score. Back to Johnson City, Science Hill in 60 seconds.
What was the score after 3 quarters? I never completed it. 64-43. 64-43. That's why right now.
Welcome back to Johnson City, Science Hill. 5 minutes to play somebody's season here. Wildcats up 21, 74-53. Trying to make it to Murfreesboro in the state tournament. Here's the lob into Milloway. Jeremy Miller stops, kicks it out to Kell. Around to Jonathan Stewart for 3. They didn't need it, but he nailed it. 3-point shot. Hammer that coffin nail down. The Wildcats are up again by 24. Blocked by Milloway, and Phillips is fouled. Foul called against Big John. 4:47 to play. 77-53. The Wildcats are in the lead over Kencutlip's Hilltoppers. 2015, we wandered up here for a sub-state game. Went away with a victory by 2. Tonight, a totally different story. Total domination from the second quarter on, Mark Haste.
It really has. We've outscored them 27-18 in the second quarter and 20-9 in the third.
They're going the Wildcats down the floor, 77-55. Oak Ridge, Kel Slater works the ball across to Isaiah Johnson. Isaiah nearly fouled, works the ball left, fires it out, and throws it away. 4:32 to play. Got to get some stops here. Layup, good. 20-point game. 4:27 to play. The Wildcats, they're harassing us everywhere we go. Kell's going to get a screen, give it off to Jonathan Stewart in the corner. He loses it out of bounds. Here comes the crowd once again. 77-57, 4:18 to play. As long as there's time on the clock, the Hilltoppers have life. Their pressure all of a sudden is causing all kinds of problems for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, Oak Ridge not quite sure what to do with that. Just the intensity of the pressure that Hilltoppers were providing. But hopefully they'll just calm down, get it past half court, and get into a slowed down offense.
77-57 the score. 4:15 to play. Topper basketball along the baseline. Layup, good. 18-point game. Coach Cutliff calls the timeout. 77-59. Did I speak too soon? We'll be back in 60 seconds to talk about it. We'll be back actually in 30 seconds. 77-59 Oak Ridge, back in 30 seconds. David Clary back here along with Mark Case. Lee Wexler. Oak Ridge by 18. Oak Ridge throws the ball away on the inbounds. Knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Johnson City. Oak Ridge has got to be better. Wildcats, 4:07 to play. This pressure causing the Wildcats a little problems just to get the ball in bounds. 77-59. Just get it to a guard. They'll foul immediately. In it comes to Isaiah Johnson, to Jeremy Miller. Wildcats, Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan shoots a three. Oh, yes, sir! It's good. A 10-bank of Oak Ridge three. I don't know if he should have shot it. I'm glad he did, Mark Cates, because he nailed it. But then on the other end, commits the ultimate sin and commits a foul in the act of shooting a three. Jonathan on fire here. I don't know that he really should have shot that, but he's feeling it as he's hit his last three in a row, but he commits the foul on the other end. 3:51 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge on top, 80-59. Free throw. Good. He'll have three. 20-point Wildcat lead. Time slowly ticking away for the Hilltoppers. 80-60 our score. Second toss. He missed it. Rimmed out. Foul in the act of shooting a three. 20-point Wildcat lead. 80-60 the score. 3:51 to play. Wildcat fans intensely watching this one. Getting their reservations to Murfreesboro. Toss is up good. Oak Ridge by 19. Wildcats need to get it in, and they call a timeout. Wildcats call a timeout to save possession. Where has this intensity on the defensive end for Science Hill been all night? All of a sudden, they're causing Oak Ridge all kinds of problems.
Yeah, as we've seen in some of our games, David, you can't get started too late, and I'm afraid that's what Science Hill has done. I mean, they're playing great right now, but they should have been playing with this intensity in the second and third quarter.
Science Hill is 32-3 on the year. They lost to a team out of Hawaii. They went on a road trip down to Hawaii. The last time we played Science Hill was in the Bahamas last year. We beat them. They also travel like Oak Ridge. Their other loss, they lost to their rival, the Dobbins-Benton Indians, who have just been defeated by Marable by 6. Their third loss to another rival, Tennessee High of Bristol. In basketball, we play them every year. I wouldn't exactly call them a rival, but we do play them every year.
Yeah, similar to the way we do with Dobbins-Benton in football. I mean, we play them every year. So, great tradition, great semi-rivalry, but, just great tradition.
We played their girls earlier this year, too, so both programs have gotten a chance to play the Toppers. 3:51 to play, 19-point Oak Ridge lead. Oak Ridge ball underneath their goal. Both teams on the double bonus. Timeouts, both have 2. Oak Ridge basketball. Working it in, and it comes to Kel Slater. Jonathan Stewart down the floor. Very little pressure in the rear court. They're yet to get the ball across the line. They're in a lot of trouble. Here it goes to Isaiah. Isaiah nearly fouled. Throws the ball to Jonathan. He throws the ball away. Wildcats turn it over again. Hilltoppers drive. Good. The Wildcats are getting the ball and stopping in the rear court. Isaiah just needs to come up the floor. The Wildcats give it up, throw it away again. Kel Slater with it. To Jonathan. To Jeremy. Dunk! No good. A hard foul. Count it. That's intentional, buddy. Granger County, that's an intentional foul. Coach Green says, and he's arguing the point, we don't need a technical. We don't want Jeremy Miller hurt. 17-point Oak Ridge lead. 3:20 to play. The official, as the foul is called against Griffin Ballard, what a game he had. Griffin Ballard's a player. Let me tell you, he can play some basketball. He is fouled out of the game. Jonathan Stewart, Jeremy Miller, Isaiah Johnson, Kel Slater. Jonathan Stewart in the ball game. Jeremy Miller will shoot 2. 80-63, 17-point cushion for the Wildcats. Jeremy will have 2 shots here. No good. Wildcats have, if there's one thing they haven't done well tonight, is shoot free throws. Let's see what big Jeremy can do here. 17-point lead for Oak Ridge. And holding, he missed that one. Here come the Toppers. 3:19 to play. 17-point lead. Can't leave a three-point shooter open. They shoot it. Clang. Off the iron. No good. Out of bounds to the Cardinal in gray. Official was going to give the ball to Science Hill, thinking it was blocked, but the other 2 officials step in. Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats will work the ball in quickly, and it goes to Kel Slater. Trapped in the rear court. Throws the ball to Isaiah. Isaiah breaks free. Jonathan Stewart. Jeremy Miller. The Wildcats don't need points. They just need to hold the ball. 3 minutes to play. Don't need to be tied up right here either. Here comes the trap. Here comes the pass. Jonathan, Jeremy Miller, Wildcats working the perimeter, and he throws the ball away. Wow. Getting a little tense here. Glad we're up by 17, 80-63, 2:54 to play in somebody's season. With the basketball will come Science Hill. With the basketball will come the Toppers. Jordan McLeod shoots a three. No good. Rebound. Toppers. They score again. 15-point game. And the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. I think now the Wildcats have got to attack because this stall ball is not working for them. I think they need to attack.
Yeah, they're going to have to match bucket for bucket, David. Likely, as Coach Green gives a little pep talk to Jeremy Miller over there. Going to the line for the Wildcats is Kel Slater. Number 14 picks up his 4th foul for the Hilltoppers.
Kel will have 2 shots. We need them. Good. Big one. Wildcats lead 81-65. Kel's got 8. Here comes the sophomore once again. 2:37 to play in the ballgame. Toss. Good. Big shots there by Kel. Quiets the crowd just a little bit. Here come the Toppers, coast to coast. They'll dribble. They'll drive. They'll shoot. No good. They draw a foul. Wow. We thought we were going to get out of here early. This was going on forever. 82-65 the score. Oak Ridge in the lead. To the free throw line, Johnson City, Science Hill. Jordan McLeod, 5'11 senior. Oak Ridge by 17. This guy's got 18. And holding. Misfires on the free throw. Jason Talent, listen to our broadcast. Loves the Wildcats, loves Coach Green, misses everybody in Oak Ridge. He wanted me to tell you. Missed them both. Oak Ridge ball. Isaiah Johnson's got the board. Jeremy Miller. They're not fouling. Here comes Jeremy down the floor. Jeremy Miller. Now it's keep away time. Here comes the trap. Kel Slater. Kel will drive. Kick it out to Isaiah. Oh no. Jonathan almost pulled it up and shot it from the corner. Isaiah's going to drive in. Isaiah's going to take it to the hole. No good. They didn't need that. But he's done everything else right tonight, so it's hard to get mad as they miss a shot. They get another shot. No good.
Millway.
Jonathan Millway is fouled out. 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to play. 17-point lead, 82-65. Remember the William Blunt game? We were up by 10 with like 40 seconds to go, and it ended up being a game. Luckily, the Wildcat cushion's been over 20. 82-65 Wildcats. 2 minutes from the state basketball tournament as Big Jonathan fouls out of the game. To the free throw line, the Toppers. 2 shots upcoming to their big guy, Hunter Phillips, 6'5 senior. Good. Here comes 5 new Toppers. Coach Cutlup, I believe, feels his team doesn't have enough time. 5 new guys. They do it all the time, but this time they're clearing everybody off their bench. I don't know what that means. As the Topper fans come to their feet, what a great year they've had. They are 32-3. The Wildcats are 26-5. 82-66. Wildcats holding on. Free throws missed. Jeremy Miller's got the board. Oak Ridge ball. Under 2 minutes to play in somebody's season. Wildcat basketball. Isaiah Johnson, coast to coast. Isaiah will not take the shot. Gives it in to Jonathan Stewart. They work the ball around the perimeter. We're down to 1:49 to play. We'll talk to Coach Green. We'll have player interviews as well. 82-66. Here come the youngsters into the ball game. Jeremy, Kel, fakes the three. They're not fouling. 97 seconds to play in somebody's season. I think it's Science Hills. Here comes Oak Ridge. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. Isaiah's fouled and will shoot free throws. 92 seconds to play. 82-66. Here comes Kai Hirsch into the ball game. Jamison Updegraft coming into the ball game. Nick Dallas coming into the ball game. Lucas Searcy coming into the ball game. Stafford Shanklin, I thought was coming in. He's staying out. The next guy to come in will be Flip Thompson. 1:32 to play. Oak Ridge, 92 seconds away from Murfreesboro. 82-66 the score. To the line, Isaiah Johnson. What a night he's had.
He really has, David. He's got 21 points, gunning for 22. He's 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
82-66, Oak Ridge in the lead. We'll have stats, interviews, whole lot more. Oak Ridge, 83-66. 92 seconds to play. Foul incidentally was called against Hunter Phillips. That was his 5th. He's gone. His career at Science Hill, great one here. Free throw missed. Nick Dallas on the rebound, back up with it. No good. Nick had a point blank shot, couldn't get it to go. 83-66. Here come the young toppers. Dalvin Mathis, 5'8" sophomore player, works the ball down the floor. Jamison up to Graff, trying to guard him. They work it inside. They kick it out for a 3. He won't take the shot. Back to Mathis it goes. He lost the ball. Saved on the floor. Picked up by number 41, Livingston, I presume. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Kai Hirsch. And then the Wildcats will get Flip Thompson into the ball game. The clock is running. 1 minute to play. The Wildcats are headed to Murfreesboro. Running clock here. They've given up. 83-66 to score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 50 seconds to play. Here it goes to Flip Thompson. Thompson across the time stripe. The Wildcats will be one of the final 8 teams in the state of Tennessee. The Hilltoppers' great season will come to a close. The Wildcats will beat Science Hill for the 9th consecutive time. The Wildcats, 35 seconds from Murfreesboro. Flip Thompson, 5 seconds from the goal, is up. No good. He's fouled. Flip will go to the free throw line. 30.5 seconds to play in the ball game. The Wildcats made the road trip to Johnson City in a sub-state ball game where it's hard to win. And the Wildcats are going to come away with a big victory. 83-66. It's just the margin of the victory now. The Wildcats are going to beat the Hilltoppers for the 2nd consecutive year, the 9th consecutive time, and the 2nd time in a row on the road in a sub-state ball game. Second shot by Flip is good. 84-66. 25 seconds to go. The Oak Ridge fans are on their feet. The Oak Ridge players are on their feet, on the bench. They've got new shirts. They all say family. And what a family they are, as that shot is no good. Flip Thompson on the rebound. Flip Thompson down the floor. 10 seconds from Murfreesboro. Here come the Wildcats. Flip Thompson. Flip will drive. Flip will take it off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Science Hill. 3, 2, 1. Oak Ridge wins. Oak Ridge is one of the final 8 teams in the state of Tennessee. They knock off Johnson City, Science Hill, 84-66. The Wildcats are headed to Murfreesboro in the state basketball tournament with an overwhelming, crushing defeat of the Science Hill Hilltoppers. 84-66, your final score. Pandemonium reigns in the Oak Ridge section as the Wildcats win it 84-66.
What a great game by the Wildcats, Jamie. As you said, Coach Green said before the game they've got to hit the boards and be able to rebound tonight, and they did that. Milloway had one heck of a game on the boards for the Wildcats. Critical for the Wildcats. Scoring by Isaiah Johnson. He had 21 points. Jeremy Miller with 20. And Jonathan Milloway with 17. Also in double figures for the Wildcats. Jonathan Stewart with 13. Kel Slater had 9. Preston Turner with 2. Flip Thompson, he had either 1 or 2. I didn't see what happened on the first free throw, so I've got to get that before finalizing this.
Wildcats win at 84-66. We'll have player interviews. The Wildcats are headed to Murfreesboro as the Wildcats head to their dressing room. Winners, 84-66. We'll take a break. We got to reset here. We'll be back to Johnson City. 84-66 Wildcats back to we're going back to Murfreesboro, back to Johnson City in 3 minutes.
John.
No. I didn't work that.
Here we are talking to Danny Green here. He's the assistant coach of the Wildcats. He's Aaron Green's dad. And Coach, you've taken Sweetwater to state championships before. You've been with Oak Ridge when we've gone to the state tournament before. How special was this win tonight on the road at Johnson City?
Oh, it's very special. You know, anytime you win a sub-state game, last year we didn't have no success, but these young guys, juniors, most of them, Isaiah really came through, the only senior we have. I mean, they all played an important part in this win.
You told me before the ball game we needed to rebound, we needed to get transition, we needed to play some solid defense. All the three things that you said we did tonight.
We sure did. That's what we worked on hard the past 2 days. 3 days before that in practice we were afraid to get somebody hurt and didn't make them work hard. So we've learned a lesson just like the kids can learn.
Well, here comes the younger version of the Green. Coach, I'll just talk to you right here. You are soaking wet. First off, congratulations. Let me wait till Daryl gets down here. I'll just talk to you. You know me, I can ask you a long-winded question. Well, let's sit down. You want to sit down here for a second? Your basketball team lost to graduation a ton of players, some talented players. And I was saying up there a few moments ago, a lot of people thought, well, this is kind of a rebuilding year. Maybe next year would be the year. But your guys and your staff obviously thought that all along that you could get it done. But you come on the road to Science Hill, hard place to play, 32-3, and you win going away, Coach.
I mean, I know you enjoyed that one, didn't you, David? You know, I just can't say enough about how proud I am of our guys. You know, I think the last 3 or 4 games, I think I've kind of gotten their way, to be honest with you. We kind of played some grind ball and tried to throw it inside and got a little bit one-dimensional. And also, I can't take a ton of credit for how we played tonight. Basically, I just said, let's just go back to how we play. And I thought just in preparation, I thought our pressure and you know, our athleticism may bother them because they don't see it a lot. And we come here with a mindset of let's be the most aggressive team on the floor. Let's not worry about good shots, bad shots, throwing it inside. I'll trust you guys to play. Hey, you know how to play and how we want to play. And, man, did they play aggressive. And just, you know, not only did we score 84 points, but, you know, until some cheap buckets there to the end, we held them down. And so just really, really proud of him. Isaiah Johnson, man, I'll tell you, he had 22 points. Or, you know, what a battler, had some big plays. And, you know, Jeremy Miller, you know, I think he finally, you know, I knew he was going to have to play well, and he did. Yeah. He had, let's see, what did he end up with? He had 20. You know, and when he plays well, we're pretty good. And, you know, honestly, he's been getting in the last 2 days. He's gotten in the gym, got extra shots. And, you know, just in conversation, we got a lot of this stuff is sometimes mental. Hey, Jeremy, man, I need you to take 12 or 15 shots, and I don't care if they're bad ones. Just play ball, you know. Just play ball. We got to have you being aggressive and not thinking. Just play and have fun. And I could see it tonight for the first time in about 2 or 3 weeks, him having fun, you know. And I think that's why we played so well. I honestly, I think the biggest thing I did was just kind of turn them loose and say play free. And honestly, that's really all it was. No, we prepared and we guarded well, but man, I'm proud of them.
Coach, your dad was telling me before the ball game some of the things that you had to do was rebound Milloway. I don't know if your mom's got the stats here, but he was all over the glass tonight. He got offensive rebounds. He got defensive rebounds. He had a nice putback. Your defense was stifling on the inbounds. The press was good. You ran well. There's only the free throws missed are the only thing negative I can think of.
Yeah, you know, and honestly, they stepped up to the challenge because Science Hill has not beaten people the last 3 or 4 games. They've annihilated people on the glass, and it was a big concern of ours coming in. You know, it wasn't just going to be Millway rebounding. I mean, they've got 3 or 4 guys that can go to the glass and they go hard, and that's one of the reasons they've kind of, you know, beaten the teams that they've beaten. It's been kind of grind games, and they just shoot it and go get it. And our guys showed some toughness and. You know, not only Millway, we had some guys get some man rebounds down in there. Miller had some, Jeremy and Stewart, and man, it's just they were fun to watch. You know, they were fun to watch, and you know, and I'm just really, really proud of them. And I honestly think, you know, the last 3 or 4 games, I don't know lie, I think I've kind of gotten in their way, and I'm just glad I got out of the way for this game, David.
Coach, you're going to the state tournament. Final 8 in the state starts on the 17th of March. it's a long time before the draw. You won't know who you're playing, but
the draw's tomorrow, I believe. I think I got to figure that out. But somebody said it was. So.
Did you expect this team to come up here and play as well as they did?
I'm not going to say I'm surprised that we played well, but you always, as a coach, we haven't played very well offensively the last 3 or 4 games. We've talked about it. And, when you come on the road, and especially in this type of environment with a team that's 32-3, I thought our guys would play hard and play aggressive, but they got to make plays. It's not just playing hard and playing aggressive. You got to make plays. And, man, Stewart was shooting balls down here that, just we wanted to back out, but just he was letting them fly. It's kind of our, it's kind of the way we kind of approach the night. Let's play ball. Let's have some fun. Let's let it fly. Let's play free. And, man, I'm telling you what, it was just, we started Kel Slater tonight for the first time all year, and he thought he did well, made some good plays, and man, I could go on and on. We score 84 points, give up 66 to a really, really good team, and I'm going to enjoy this one for at least, I don't know, do I get 24 hours a day?
You get 24 hours. No, maybe 23 here.
Okay.
Coach, I'm going to let you go here. I'm going to talk to some of your guys here. Congratulations. You can talk to Daryl and them. State tournament, I know you're proud.
Yeah, just what an accomplishment for this team. Man, Elite 8. I told them after I got drenched with water was you're a game away from the Final Four. You're 2 games away from a state championship game. You're 3 games away from a state championship. Congratulations.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thanks, David.
Now we're going to move over here. Let me talk to some of our guys here, some of our Wildcats. Let me make sure we still have sound on our wireless mic here. Do we have sound? We do. Let me go over here. Let me get let's talk to Lucas. He's the first guy here. Lucas and Stafford Shanklin. You guys, what do you think about your heading to the state tournament? I'll let Stafford talk first.
It's a blessing. It's just a blessing. It's been our goal from day one, and it's just good to see it happen.
Lucas, you got some playing time. Lucas, yeah, you stay right here. Isaiah, senior. You wanted to go to the state really bad. 20-plus points tonight. Talk about it. What's it going to be like to go to the state tournament?
We just got to keep doing. We just got to play how we played today. I mean, y'all haven't seen that. We haven't been playing just like that and getting in them.
Yeah, Coach Green said a moment ago that he kind of got in your all's way, but tonight you all played Oak Ridge basketball. What was the difference? Did you have any doubt that you were going to come up here and win?
No, we knew he was going to win. Last time he had a certain way we was going to play, and this time he just let us all play. So that's why, yeah.
Okay. Isaiah, thanks a lot. Good luck at the state tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Lucas, you got some playing time tonight. What's it? You're a sophomore. You're going to the state tournament. How's that feel?
It's awesome, and I just hope we can continue to do it all 3 years for me.
You're going. You won't know until the 17th. Come on over here. Yeah, that's great. Let's get them all over. Let's talk to Jonathan Stewart first here. Jonathan, Lucas, stay right here. Your thoughts on going to the state tournament?
We ready to play. We just going to the state. You feel me?
What was the difference between tonight's game and the last 5?
Well, if you say we took that L from Webb and we came back and beat Siegel, that's how we felt tonight. We had to
talk to Jonathan real quick. Jonathan, Coach Green told me that you needed to get on the glass. You did it tonight. Your thoughts going to the state tournament?
I think he's great. I mean, it's just another game to me, really. Honestly, we got to go down there and do the same thing that we've been doing.
Did you think this team at the start of the year could make it this far?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Let me talk to some others here. Nick Dallas, you got a chance to play in here. You missed your shot there, but you're going to the state tournament. How's it feel?
Feels great. Everyone's worked really hard to get here, so I'm proud of all these guys.
You don't know who you play. Jeremy will talk to him, too. He's on the phone, probably talking to his girl, although I saw her up here. Jonathan, you're playing. You don't know who you'll play. You're in the final 8 in the state. Talk about that and what that means to this program as a junior.
Well, I think it's great. What we've really been talking about for the past 2 weeks is getting Isaiah Johnson, our lone senior, to the state tournament and giving him that opportunity because it is his last year and we want to give him the opportunity to get there. I think it's phenomenal that we've been able to get this far and we just need to keep playing our game and I think we'll be all right.
Was that one of the best games you all have played all year?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Just like Jonathan said, when we got beat by Webb earlier in the year, and we were in the gym at 8:30 the next morning, 2 hours before practice, getting our work in. Then we came back and beat Siegel, and I felt like it was the same way. We took a beating against Webb. We got in the gym. We worked hard for 2-3 days, and came here and got the job done.
Jonathan, congratulations. Let me talk to Jeremy.
Okay, thank you.
Jeremy, congratulations, buddy. You're headed to the state tournament. How's it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I've never been. obviously. I mean, we lost last year at Sub-State, so I mean, we were this close, and then we got put out. So it feels good to just come back and make it to that same point and then advance.
It wasn't as crowded, honestly, as it was at Sevier County, but it was loud. Did that affect you guys at all?
No, I mean, it fuels our fire. We love it, especially me and Johnny. We feel off each other. I don't know if you can see it on the court, but I mean, we're always, every time something good happens for us, I mean, it just fires us up just to hear everything be so loud, and then us hit one shot and just everything, just you can hear a pin drop.
You know, it wasn't just a win, 84-66. It was a beatdown, really. It really was. Offensively, defensively, rebounding, everything you did. Just kind of generalize the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what happens when you put the work in. I mean, like, I'm not sure what they said. I was on the phone, but so sorry if I'm repetitive. But I mean, we was in the gym the morning after the Maryville game when we had off. Right? Yeah, we had off that Friday. We were in the gym that morning. Or no, we were in the gym after school that day for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We had practice Saturday at 9:30, so we was there at 8:30. Had a 3-hour practice till 12:30, so we were there from 8:30 to 12:30. But I mean, we didn't have to be there till 9:30. But it's just the want to that me and all the guys have, and just I think Coach Green's just drilled into our heads what it takes to be a history-making team at Oak Ridge, and I think we just put the work in, and that's what got us here.
Coach Green said that he just got out of your way in this one. He said he's been in your way the last 2 or 3 ball games. That's what he told me here. Has that been the case?
Well, I mean, it's not that he's never told us not to score and not to be in attack mode and not to drive, but we have focused on feeding the post, and I think we've all got it in our heads that we've got to feed the post and not play our game. And tonight we really we got back to our roots and played fast, and we pressured the ball, and I mean, we got it in there, but then we also got it outside and drove it, knocked down some shots. I mean, everything. We just played to the best of our abilities.
The last few games, like Jeremy said, we've been running a lot of play calls, and he kind of said that Coach Green said that he got out of our way for us. All it was for the past 2 days was play basketball. He said he trusted us. He knew that we knew what to do in this environment, and to have this experience, he said that he knew that we were just going to play basketball and that we just needed to get our job done.
See you two guys in Murfreesboro.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
As Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Milloway. Let's see if I've gotten about everybody that wants to talk here. I tied Preston earlier. Let's see. Looks like they're heading out of the gym, so I'm going to wander back up here. Why don't we take a quick timeout? Actually, I'll just walk. If I have some breath, I'm going to walk. You can shut that off there, Christian. You don't need to get me. As the Wildcats defeat Science Hill for the state tournament, and they'll be headed there on the 17th. As I'm walking up steps, I'm still got breath. Wildcats win at 84-66. Hey, Lee. Lee's doing camera work for us here. Boy, you can talk about, guys, you talk about an excited group down there. All those guys incredibly excited about going to the state basketball tournament.
Oh, I can believe it, David. I mean, just what an exciting place that is. MTSU does a great job putting on that tournament. They've done it for years, got a lot of experience with that, and the facilities there are just wonderful.
Well, that's going to do it here. I guess you guys got everything taken care of. Oak Ridge wins it 84-66. The next time we're on the air will be March the 18th from the Murphy Center, campus of Middle Tennessee State University, Oak Ridge, in the state tournament. Mark, any final comments?
Great win tonight. I did not expect this, the way that the Wildcats won tonight, with Science Hill winning their region up here. I thought that, it was going to be one heck of a game. Wildcats really took control starting in the second quarter and the third quarter. Those were just huge quarters for the Wildcats as they first forced turnovers by the Hilltoppers and really took advantage of them.
A long drive home, but it's going to be a pleasant drive. We've driven back from Kingsport and Johnson City many times before, and it hasn't been fun. Tonight, it's going to be fun heading back down to Oak Ridge. I'd like to thank Brian Bennett back in the studios, Christian and Lee for helping us out here, along with Mark. Too bad Shauna couldn't come up here, and too bad a whole lot of fans weren't able to make the trip, but you're going to Murfreesboro. Get ready to go. The Wildcats at the state tournament. Final 8 in the state. Who would have thought it? 84-66 the final score until the 17th of March. This is David Clary saying so long, everybody.